Hi, this is Gary P. Nunn, and you're watching Strike TV.
Hey everybody, Brian here, Strike TV Backstage Access. Thank you for coming out. It's the third night, the final night, but what a way to go.
Oh, well, it's a thrill and honor for me to be here and be participating in this. You know, Tom Shepard is he's a great friend of mine. He's a great man, a great songwriter, a wonderful individual, and I'd do anything in the world for him. And I'm really proud to be here and be a part of this. You know, this is the first event at this facility, yeah. And I'm so impressed, you know, that the facility here at the Margaritaville here on Lake Conroe, yes, is just awesome. And so I just predict this is going to be a monster festival. This is the first one.
First one here, yes sir, yeah.
I know it's been going on for 3 nights, and all the shows have been great, I know. So I'm just proud and honored to be here and to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, you know, great songwriters yourself, and now I guess so. We don't want to talk age here, but you've been doing this a few years.
Well,
started way early.
I've been playing in bands since I was in the 8th grade, 1960.
1960.
Count it up. It seems like only yesterday.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like I'm 18 still, sort of, kind of.
You know, you're looking good, you're sounding good, you know, so, and they're just, you know, we're talking about them songwriters, so we had some of your friends, or some Texas people. We had Trent Willman here last night.
Oh, Trent.
He was in Paul Overstreet.
Awesome. Yeah.
And,
Paul Overstreet.
Win Varble. And of course we have Kyle Hutton. I don't know if he's still hiding in there or not. We had some real life. There he is, real life music, real life. He's here, so man, this is great. So for a show like tonight, I mean, so it's the Lonestar Luau. This is the 5th anniversary. Now you played the 4th year. Is that where they had to sneak in? They said.
Well, let's see if they had it last year or the year before. Wasn't, I can't remember, but it hadn't been that long ago.
Right,
I know
yeah.
we probably missed one.
Yeah. Well, right.
In 2020, probably missed one there.
Yes, sir.
But he was putting this show on over on Lake LBJ at Marble Falls, and the facility over there. And they were packed out over there, and good time was had for all. And I just kind of showed up and you know, lent my support for what he was doing. So.
And they said this year we have to announce it. Because I think they said there's the ballroom in there is almost, it's sold out. There's 600 and something seats or something.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean they.
You know, in the times we're in, you know, that's awesome. You know, because there's so many things going on. Cold weather, and of course this thing that's going around got everybody staying at home a lot. You know,
right.
when they
yes,
might
sir.
normally go out, but that's wonderful. Well, songwriting to me it's like, you know, taking a final exam in organic pharmaceutical chemistry. You just sort of dread it, but you know, then come a point, okay, just go down and do it.
Right.
But you know, I'm enjoying performing more and more.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All the time. The older I get, and the fellows I'm working with now, the band guys, they're just the nicest, you know, good American Texas boys, and they're family men, and they're all, you know, honest guys and straight and hardworking and dependable.
Yes,
and they seem to like the music. They seem to enjoy playing the music. So,
yes,
so I'm enjoying that so very much. And what I really enjoy though is like producing.
Yes.
You know, I don't produce a lot of other people, or hardly, you know, but I get a chance to produce myself.
Yes.
And that's when I'm really in my element right there. When I'm in the studio, you're trying out ideas, and you say, well, let's try that. And that don't sound too bad. Right. Let's go to the next thing.
Right.
You know, so and then it all builds, and then I really enjoy the publishing aspect of it. I enjoy I say discovering, you know, songwriters. That's not the proper word because they discovered themselves. You know,
yes, sir.
I just happened to encounter them, and you know, and hear a good song. I was like, God, man, that's a great song. So I really, really enjoy that thing of finding a song that's obscure, that may not ever see the light of day, and you know, pick it up and dust it off and shine it up a little bit and put it out on a record and give the songwriter boost up. And you know, a lot of them have gone on, and you know, they passed me way up. You know, they got 3 buses on the road.
Yes, right.
And they're all just in. You know, that's a real thrill to see them all, or many of them, and most of them have done very, very well, been successful. You know, and I bet might have been the first one to cut their songs and put a spotlight on them and let people know. And you know, once people listen to them, yeah, they're good, and you know, they're on their way. And
yes, yeah.
So and I really enjoy that as well. There's so many that are so good, and their songs are so good, and said all I want to do is just like go in the studio and just cut all this stuff and just put it out there, put it up on the internet, and it's got a life of its own. Once it does.
So of course we can't let you go without asking about London Homesick Blues. I mean, it was the theme song for Austin City Limits from '77 to 2004, something like that.
Something like that. It was 29 or 30 years, something in that neighborhood about that time. But to digress and go back to, we cut the tracks for the Cosmic Cowboy, and then Michael got a deal with EMI, a worldwide English-based record company. So they're going to bring him over and promote him, and we got to go in the Abbey Road studio and mix down this song called, gosh, I can't remember which one it was now. Blessing in Disguise was the name. They put the London Philharmonic Orchestra on it. And so while I was there, they put me up in this flat. It's a very fashionable, upscale flat. But, you know, the heat went off at 6 a.m., came on at 6 p.m. So that was spent about a week or 10 days there, mostly all day by myself in this cold flat. And there's nothing to eat, and I didn't have any money, and you know, I had enough money for about a cup of coffee and a croissant a day, and that was about it. So we came home, and I was traveling with Michael Murphy. The Gonzo band had left, but Michael had gone with the Jerry Jeff, and so I stayed with Michael. And that summer of '73, and so went down to a bar. Tim O'Connor had come to town, and he had opened up his first bar in town, and I kind of heard that was where the action was, and happy hour. So I went down there, and the place was packed, and Jerry Jeff was there. He grabbed me and, "Hey, come on, I want to talk with you." So he went over there, "I want to make a record, and I don't want to go in the studio, and I hate producers, and I hate studio musicians, and I hate studio environment. There's no magic there. I found this place down in the hill country called Lukenbach, Texas, and there's a guy named Hondo Kraus down there, and he's magic, and I can feel the magic, and I want to make a record in that old dance hall down there. I want you to come play with me." And so he did. So we went down there and made the record, and at the end of the session we cut for a week during the afternoons and evenings, and then they threw a concert. $1. I don't know if you've seen the cover of Viva Terlingua. It's got a picture of Hondo's hand pointing to a poster that says Jerry Jeff Walker Saturday night, $1.
$1.
And so the word got out, and the place was packed. And so we did our show, and we played the songs that we had cut, and of course we played a lot that Jerry Jeff had done in his show before that record. And then toward the end of the evening, he looked over at me and he said, "Play that song about London that you were playing this afternoon under the trees." I said, "Well, gosh, we never played it before, never rehearsed it." I had played it for Bob, the bass player, my buddy Bob Livingston, and he knew the changes, so I said, "Okay." The other one, the piano, we started doing it, and we played this song, and the audience went nuts. You know?
Yeah.
First time it ever been played. So the producer, Michael Brofsky, he came running in from the truck, and the recording band, he said, "Do it again. We weren't ready. We didn't get it." I said, "Oh my God, got to do it again." And I was shaking like a leaf, you know.
Yeah.
I was nervous. And so I don't know if you heard that record, but at the beginning of it goes, "Let me see if I can put myself back in that place again."
Right.
Because we started out and had this big finish, and most people thought it was, "Let me see if I can put myself back in London again," and that worked too. But it was actually trying to get back to the beginning of the song and the feeling of it, rather than the ending, which I just finished.
Wow.
So, and that at the end of that evening, it was a tremendous success, and everybody. Right. And so Michael Brofsky came out, and he hunted me down at the end of the evening and early morning hours, and he said, "Look, we're gonna put that song on the record, and we want you to come play with the band and go with us and go on the road and tour." And that's how the song came about, and that's how it got on Jerry Jeff's record, and how, you know, I ended up transitioning from Michael Murphy to Jerry Jeff.
And the rest is history.
The rest is
history.
it's
still.
It worked out pretty good.
It's done well. So
all those guys did well.
Yes, sir. So y'all check out his book. So just go to GaryPNunn.com.
Yes, I believe that's where you can order it. Just go, you know, on PayPal and do that thing. It's called At Home with the Armadillo, and it's the story of my young life. You know, growing up on the schoolyards of my parents, school teaching and working on farms with my uncles in the summertime, and then moving to Texas, which is the happiest day of my life.
Wow. Well, we're happy to have you. So. Thank you for taking out your time. I appreciate it. I know you're about to go on stage and just light them up because they're ready. So.
Well, I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, we thank you. So Brian here, Strike TV. We'll see you next time.